So I'm not going to university this year, guys, but I have been before, right? I did my undergrad in law and finished, but I decided I didn't want to go into law because it didn't tickle my fancy. However, I was meant to go this year to do my master's and just can't be bothered. No, I'm playing. There is a no, imagine that would be the end of the video. There are three main reasons why I thought that going to uni this year wouldn't benefit me as much as actually going and pursuing different things. Before I discuss my three main points, my personal reasons, I want to do an honorable mention to the one that everyone mentions, which is debt. Debt in university is a real problem. It's something that majority of students will have to deal with. If you are an average student, you come from an average background, you know, your parents aren't making tons of money, you will struggle with debt in university. And one of the main things about debt is just it feels so constricting because you're trying to do your studies while worrying about, you know, your financial situation. It's not good. And it really does distract you and it can bring you down. That's a totally different video. But debt after uni is also a major issue, which is what I kind of want to go to. Debt outside of university after you finish can really give you a sense of urgency that you need to get a job, that you need to actually pursue something to pay off this massive debt. Guys, you're already in debt. Take a beat, chill, and actually think about what you want to go into. What someone did tell me, which worked out for them, they would rather wait a couple of months and actually jump into the job that they want rather than going in and starting a career in something that they totally don't want to do, that's out of the ballpark. If it's actually within, you know, the ballpark of what you wanted to do, then by all means go and do it, because there's an opportunity for you to move over. And you know, if it's a case of just doing something temporarily to make money, do so, but always do what you want to do. Do not let debt after uni direct where you want to go in life. It's just not worth it. Moving on, because that's all a totally different video entirely, just on debt in uni, which is woo! Now my first reason was that I didn't feel like my life was starting. Now, I don't know if anyone else felt like this when they were in university, but for me personally, while I was in university, I felt that I could have done more, that I could have started doing things outside of university. But university paired with, in my circumstances, financial constraints, which then forced me, you know, to get a job, actually a part-time job, just to stay afloat. Really constricted time for my, you know, for my personal life. Like I didn't get to start things, and I was always paying off, you know, bills, rent, because I'm not living at home, I was living away. So paying stuff like that, but it didn't allow me to go on holidays. It didn't allow me to really connect with my friends back home. It didn't allow me to start ventures that I really wanted to get involved in, and it really took from me, and I didn't feel like my life was starting. So after 3 years of university, when I got out, I know the university is meant to be like an investment, so when you get out, you start. After three years, law wasn't what I wanted to go into, so essentially I was left with doing a conversion course, and I don't believe that 16 months of actually going to university would help me start my life. I believe that like my life can start right now, regardless of what degree I have. I can always build my knowledge outside and start my life now. So I didn't believe that my life was actually starting up. I just felt that everything for university just put my life on pause, and it was in a constant state. So going back and doing a master's in business for 16 months, no, like not right now, because I believe that right now my life has to start. I have to start doing things that kind of push me forward, and that is my first reason for not going. The next on my biggest reasons is experience. A lot of jobs want experience, and you need to have experience. They need to see what you can do for the company. And another 16 months of learning things in theory and not getting practical experience, it just didn't work for me. Now, majority of people will find out that you need experience after you graduate, but I did know from beforehand, and all of my experience happened to be in law. So it doesn't make it redundant for the field that I want to go into, but not as beneficial as if I studied something, if I actually went and got experience in the relevant field. The companies do want to see results. They want to see what you have done, like your track record. I feel that I can't give that to them, and 16 months of college will not put me in a position where I can be like, yeah, guys, I have the experience now. So again, yeah, for that reason, I will not be going. And my last reason is like a mixture of the first and the second. That feeling of my life not starting and experience has led me to the conclusion that I myself don't feel like I've developed enough in traditional forms of education. And I feel that there are other forms of education out there that I need to develop in, that I want to explore, and not wasting life or wasting my time in education, but rather I'm limiting what I'm exposing myself to while being in education. There are many lists that I challenge you guys. How many things can you think off the top of your head can you actually list? For me, I can list travel, I can list learning another language, I can getting back into music as one. There's so many things that I kind of gave up for education, and I don't want to give them up. I want to actually pursue them, getting experience in relevant fields that are era appropriate, that can help me out like that can help me out, give me skills that I need to be employed, that I can use to make income, be financially independent, what have you. You can all gain them, and you don't necessarily have to go to uni. So those are my personal reasons why I don't want to go to university this year. And guys, you tell me if my reasons are similar to yours, or if you have any different reasons. Put them in the comment section below and just have a discussion going on down there. I think that is a really big one, but there are many other things that kind of influence people from not wanting to go to university, and some people just aren't ready. And guys, if you are not ready to go to university and you do not know what you want to do, the debt reason is a big problem, but also the fact of like you might end up wasting 3 years and come out and being like, I don't want to even go into that field. So if you don't know, don't go. So one place that you can start off with, guys, is do something that you are really good at and just put all efforts in there. If it takes you to university, it takes you there. If it doesn't, leave it alone. But that's how you build your passion for stuff. So do something that you're really good at as a starting point. Guys, hope you enjoyed the discussion of my personal reasons why I'm not going to university. I'll see you in the next one. Don't be average.